I met the motherfuckers at the Spice One video for Trigger Got No Heart, and the short Spice One was singing how the Trigger had no heart. Tupac has no heart. What's that say? Heartless. And I beat the motherfuckers down. Socked his punk ass and start throwing things like I'm born the box. The partner he had with him started begging me to stop beating him up, but I kept beating his punk ass up. Then, instead of fighting me like a G, he ran. Now I can't help it if some niggas that was on the scene beat his ass for running. That was something separate, you understand me? And I can't help it if they were screaming thug life as they did it.
At the Trigger Got No Heart video shoot, that day I was just coming from Oakland. Nigga got on the plane and shit, I got fucked up, twisted while I was on the plane and shit. I land and Pac picked me up and we riding around for a minute, then he pull out a newspaper and it said that Tupac comes to the set of the movie drunk and high and he can't remember his lines and that he got fired from the set. And he didn't know that until he read the paper. So he was mad as fuck. He didn't even know they fired him until he read the paper. So he was mad as fuck, he was fired up and shit. He's like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of them niggas, I'm gonna beat that motherfucking ass. And I'm drunk as fuck off the plane and shit, so I'm like, nigga, I'm like, you ain't gonna do shit, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. And he's like, I'm gonna beat their ass, I'm gonna beat their motherfucking ass. I'm like, you ain't gonna do nothing, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. I'm like, I'm not really thinking he really gonna do nothing, no. And then again, I don't know, he might get down like that, so I didn't know. But I was fucking with him. So we get to the video, the nigga Kane, played the nigga played Kane in the movie in Menace to Society. He's sitting by me and we spitting and shit and rapping and shit or whatever. And he keep tapping me on my shoulder, and I'm like, man, what the fuck you tapping on my shoulder for? And then he pointed down to the hill, and I just seen nigga running up the hill covered with blood like Carrie, like that movie Carrie when they dumped the pig blood on it. He was like covered with blood. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know who it was. You know what I'm saying? And all I know, and back then, I was off this nigga, you know what I'm saying? So back then, I'm like, okay, I'm finna knock the nigga back down the hill because only motherfucker that's down that hill is my homies and shit. They must have fucked somebody up. So I'm finna knock his ass back down the hill. So I broke down the hill running to this full speed and shit. I hear my manager and everybody screaming, Jesus Christ, what the fuck you doing? I'm like, fuck that nigga, you know what I'm saying? I go down there and I get close up on him. And I realized that it was Alan Hughes, the movie dude and shit. I'm like, oh shit, my nigga, what the fuck? Like, you cool? What the fuck happened? But I started thinking, Pac, this nigga crazy, motherfucker, oh my God. I'm like, man, just go up there. And I seen the niggas run up the hill chasing him, and I was like, man, cut that shit. What the fuck wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? So they stopped the shit. A couple of days later, Abe was shooting his video. I went up there, and I had on a Tupac hat. Hughes brothers was up there and they was looking at me like they was mad, but I didn't have nothing to do with that shit. I ain't gonna say I was egging him on in the car and shit or nothing like that, but I mean, niggas my niggas though, man. I love for the Hughes brothers, man. No disrespect, man. Y'all my niggas. I didn't try to disrespect y'all, man. I didn't know what the fuck happened. That nigga, y'all know that nigga was crazy. I mean, as far as putting that shit in the paper like that, man, that was on y'all, dog. I mean, that nigga crazy. You knew he was crazy. He had shot 2 police, you know what I'm saying? Why would you do that to a nigga that done shot 2 police and got off the hook? That nigga crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got love for y'all my niggas and shit.